Hello and welcome to Time Out with Charlie and Andy.
Yes.
And I am Charlie Adalt. I'm here with my wonderful husband.
My name is Andy Danauta. You're welcome today.
Okay, it's nice to be talking to you again. And today we'll be looking at something very, very important. And it is knowing thyself. We target know thyself. Yeah.
Now, guys, have you ever wondered in a relationship, or has any one of you been in a relationship where you know that nothing happened in the relationship, but eventually you guys just grew apart and you just wanted something different? There's a question that most people ask in relationship, and being relationship counselors, even from our single days, we've had quite a number of people ask these questions. Is he the one? Is she the one? Now, you see, the challenge is this, people of God, that if you don't really know yourself, how do you know if she's the one for you? Everybody is the one for somebody. It's just like this. If I don't know who I really am on the inside, it simply means that I don't know my preferences, I don't know my strengths, I don't know my weakness, because it is when you know yourself that you get to define a lot of these things. So today we want to, bring it out how it affects men and women in relationship. If you don't know yourself, it can affect everything you see, or experience in your relationship, guys. So today you're welcome, guys. It's going to be very thrilling. Charlie will be talking about the angle of women that have entered into relationships without knowing themselves, and how certain people, certain guys are talking from the angle of the men, how some have entered into the relationship without knowing each other, or knowing themselves rather.
Yes.
Right? And so you want to go first for the ladies? Let's do ladies first.
Okay, ladies first. I agree. Okay, he said earlier, knowing yourself is very, very significant and important. And this is the reason, because when you know yourself, you actually are able to find out what you like, what you dislike, what you want, and what you need. Because sometimes it's not just getting what we want. Sometimes it's about getting what you need.
Yes.
Because there are needs that sometimes we cannot see. But getting a self-definition, knowing ourselves better, help us know exactly what we need. Okay, now I would say you have to also know yourself, so you can find out, by finding out your weaknesses. There are things that women are easily drawn to. So you can fall into situations, whether married or single, where you are drawn to another man other than the one that you are with. So it happens even in marriage. We've had a lot of counseling sessions, and someone told us, I like men who dress well, look really cute. Some say, I like men who have very good vocal talent. It means they speak well. And some say, I like men who are just very intelligent, smart, and wise. Like, they just get me. They are wiser than I am. Like someone who just beats my imagination. I just fall for that person. Knowing yourself in this aspect helps you to draw a line whenever you meet such people. Because sometimes we become so carefree. Just say, let's dive into it. Whatever happens. I can be able to control it. This is what we say, most especially for the women. Say, I know myself. I know the family from where I came from. Well, let me tell you, it does not matter the kind of family you are from. We have had situations where family has cancelled or has eliminated any fact that you cannot go the other way, or you cannot compromise. So it is about knowing yourself as the woman. What is my weaknesses? What are the things that I easily get drawn to? When I meet such people, I should be able to know the limits to which I can relate. If proximity is your problem as a lady, which it is for most women, you know that we have problems, most especially proximity. The more we spend time with a particular person, whether in a business, whether in the office, whether in a manual job environment, whatever it is, when we just spend time working, yes, we begin to develop, some things just begin to come, because there's this connection. If you know that this is part of your weakness, by knowing yourself, you eliminate a lot of troubles that we have recorded in the lives of women today.
Now, thank you very much, Charlie, for that. I've seen a lot of people fail in life. In fact, we ourselves as single people back then, have made several mistakes because we didn't know ourselves. Me especially, you see, that I've seen quite a number of people, including myself. You you say you love somebody, you say you like somebody without knowing yourself. Eventually, you get to discover yourself. For instance, I was in a relationship when I was single. I think that was the first relationship I went into, in school. Then I was in 200 level. I think you know the story, Charlie.
Yeah.
Now that there was nothing wrong with this person, and that's why I said earlier, Charlie, that everybody is the one.
Actually,
everybody is someone's the one.
Lovely.
You see that, but knowing myself helps me find out which one is my the one.
Wow.
Right? If there's anything like that.
Yes.
Knowing myself helps me find out who is the one for me, who actually fits into me. I may be a triangle. The good news is that once I get to discover that I am a triangle, I get to find out what gets into that triangle.
Wow,
if I'm a square, if I'm a circle, I get that. I won't go ahead and go and get somebody like I did in 200 level back then. I went and I got somebody. I was maybe like that triangle. I went and got a square to fit in, and we kept trying to fit into each other and all of that. This lady wanted to model, and I wanted to go into ministry, Charlie.
Wow.
What exactly was the that we actually dated for a while, and the challenge is that we weren't meeting each other's need anymore.
Yeah.
I got to discover that I didn't even need this person, and the same was on the other side, that she got to realize that she did not really need me. Now here is the challenge. By the time you're realizing that you've invested time, you've invested emotions, you've invested money, you've invested quite a number of things. Both parties have introduced themselves into families and all of those things like that. So we're saying that you've got to know thyself. If you don't know yourself, we're telling you today, guys, that the key, this is it, the key to finding out the one. The first thing is to know yourself, because anybody you get before really discovering yourself, before really knowing yourself, may eventually not fit into your life. We've seen quite a number of people get married. The divorce case is skyrocketing. Like from January to February, just in Abuja, we got to realize that there are over 4,000 divorce cases. And these people, we've met some of them in counseling. You get to hear that, I don't know, there's nothing wrong with her. And you get to hear there's nothing wrong with him, but I just don't feel that person anymore. I'm getting to discover this right now. If only you got to discover that thing you're discovering now before you said yes to that person, or before you asked that person out, you wouldn't have. Men have this thing quite a lot. You see, so I'm speaking to men that are single and those of you that are married. Maybe next week we'll be talking about the ones that are married. Men, young men that are single, or old men, because there are some old men that are single.
Very true.
You see, men, period, not married. You've got to find out who you are. You've got to discover that. Quite a number of ladies in the church circles and outside the church are getting heartbroken. The guy asked her out when he was 22 or 25. 3 years later, he gets to discover that she is not the one that he needs. She has invested time, she has invested energy, she has invested everything, and then she is saying that, no, I don't want this. The guy, you can easily move on. You can easily just walk out of it. Some guys, cook up some stories. Charlie, I think that's where most people got this whole thing of, it's not you, it's me.
Yes.
You've had this classic speech
so much
of relationship. This is the biggest relationship break, heartbreak punchline. It's not you, it's me, I'm the problem. Well, yes, you are the problem. And if you don't wait and pause before getting into the next relationship to finish that discovery that you started, let me tell you something, you will pick another person that you don't need. You will say, date me, marry me, I will marry you, I will do this. And eventually, now I feel that we should add this, Charlie.
Okay.
Maybe this will know, because I sense very well that women fall more into victims of this. Men don't. It takes men longer time to know themselves. There's analysis we'll be doing next week. Maybe it's going to help that age gap group thing. So we'll be doing that by next week. But I'm saying this to women, please, when the guy is asking you out, you need to ask, who are you?
Very true.
Who are you? The guy may be nice, the guy may be very intelligent, the guy may have some physical qualities that you want, and you say, he is the one that I need, but does he need you?
Wow.
It takes him knowing himself to actually know if he needs you or not. Don't tell me let's date for 4 years, then maybe I'll find out if I need you or not. So you're telling me to invest, blindly. We don't know if 4 years later. So please, I'm saying, guys, pause out there before you go out there and tell somebody I love you. Before you go out there and tell somebody you are my world, you're my sky, you're my up, you're my down. Before you say all of those storylines, pause and ask yourself if you actually know yourself and if that person is the one that you need. Will you still need that cat eyes and that pointed nose 4 years later? Will you need somebody hippie and all of that? Will you need that person 4 years later? Because eventually, Charlie, the truth is that, you know, the man will eventually fall into purpose and vision.
Yeah.
Eventually you get to realize that life is bigger than cat eyes.
Yeah.
Life is bigger than pointed nose. And then at that point in time, you are now saying, oh my God, although she's beautiful, I've met 50 people more beautiful and more gifted than her.
Yes.
You see, at that point, he doesn't need her. So he comes and he begins the speech of, it's not you, it's me. I feel that you are limiting my life and you need to go. So guys, please pause, discover yourself. You will know your weaknesses, you will know your strength, not just your weaknesses, you will also know your strength. That definition of your life on who you are based on your kind of person, it will actually help you to know who fits into the, you know, life. Yes, Charlie.
Yeah, so we are challenging you today. Go find out, begin the search.
Do I know myself?
Begin the digging and the findings. Do I really know myself? Who am I? I really need to know who this person is. Because sometimes, especially for the women, we decide to just fall for anything when you don't know yourself.
Yes.
So the queen does not wait for the king anymore. She just waits for any other person. So you have so many people gathered together that you say, whichever one might work, one might just work. Well, if you're a queen, the queen knows that there's a king for every queen.
Yes.
So knowing that she's a queen and knowing what she has helps her decide when any other man comes to her, decide that this is not the one, because this queen right here is waiting for her king, and there's a particular king, not every king, for this particular queen. So know yourself so that you don't just take anything that comes. This is what has been giving us a lot of trouble. We have so many angry, bitter women right now in the world. And it's the result of hate, anger, and unforgiveness, bitterness. It is just as he said,
somebody broke her heart.
Yes, you start dating somebody at 21.
After so much investment, he just moved on.
And moved on. He started dating him at 21. He barely even knows what his formation and everything. And as he grows, priorities changes.
Very true.
Then he realizes, wow, I was so little then, so I picked something as little. Now I want something higher. Well, you are little, he has to leave the little behind and goes for the higher thing. So sometimes, ladies, you need to give it space and time.
Yes.
You need to allow this person grow. He might be the one, but at that time, if you go into the relationship with him, everything might go wrong.
Yes.
You might lose the king that is meant for you because you got the king or connected to the king at the wrong time. So we're challenging you today. Go and begin to find out. What do you think?
Now, guys, that's enough for today. Next week we will be talking about how to, you know, questions you need to ask yourself to find out, do I really know myself? There are certain questions, there are certain indicators in your life, you know, to indicate to you whether you know if you know yourself or you don't. This week we want to try something out for you. We want to put up a challenge on our Facebook page, Time Up with Charlie and Andy. We want to, you know, let us discuss this on our Facebook page this week. And you know, go out there. Do you really know yourselves? I guess some of you out there watching this that have been broken, you know, you have experienced this firsthand. Like we're saying, women are more victims of this. You know, a lady at 18 just says yes to a guy. She's 20. She you know, he swept her off, you know, her feet and told her that he loves her. 3 years later in the relationship, after so much investment, some have given their bodies, some were disvirgined by this man, and then the man says no, he's not into her again and all of that. And so we want you guys to, you know, go to our Facebook page. You know, from tomorrow being Monday, we will begin this conversation, and we want you to comment there. Is there a challenge? There's something you want to point out? What is your experience? We want you to share your experiences with us, while you make sure that you share this video with someone else. Please subscribe to this channel on YouTube. Then go to our Facebook page and like it, Time Up with Charlie and Andy, and make sure you leave a comment on both, you know, YouTube and Facebook. It has been wonderful. It has been wonderful. And from my own side, my name is Andy Danota again, and this is
Charlie Adanza.
And we'll see you next week. See you on Facebook tomorrow. Goodbye.
Bye bye.
God bless you.